I want to share some more tweets here from a journalist in Gaza, Hossam Shabat. He says, Rain Under Genocide. Something that was once so beautiful has become an absolute nightmare during this genocide. The majority of tents are barely holding up after a year of use, and most, if not all, flood with every rainfall. Today I met a mother on the side of the road with her small children. The other day it rained so hard that her whole tent flooded. She said all her young kids woke up soaked. Their mattresses and blankets were drenched, and all their clothes were wet. Her husband was killed earlier this month, and she found herself all alone in the middle of the night with her kids crying and no place to go. She left the tent, and they didn't know where to go. They sat on the side of the road, and she was still sitting there crying. I tried to talk to her and help her, and then I thought, what if we get her a new tent? You know what's going to happen. It will flood again. This is how babies are freezing to death. This is how kids are getting sick. Israeli occupation forces are killing us in every way possible. And that is as of time of recording. This is 11:02 a.m., December 31st, 2024, that he's posted this tweet here. Also, explaining more of what's happening at night here, Hussam Shabat continues, at night in the bitter cold, I was among the families living in displacement camps in northern Gaza. These camps were like a nightmare at the mercy of harsh nature. In the morning, I witnessed a family whose tent was flooded with rainwater, and at night their suffering was repeated when the winds blew the tent away, leaving them homeless once again. Another scene was even more painful. Families were trying hard to keep warm, using what is known as asphalt, a dangerous and unhealthy method, but the only option available in light of scarcity of resources. Black smoke fills the air. Children tried to take shelter next to their parents, while the sounds of the wind remind them that this night may bring them new suffering. And of course, he just continues to reiterate, remember that one of the reasons babies are freezing to death is that the Israeli government is limiting the entry of tents, winter clothing, and blankets. And this is December 30th, 2024. And of course, a little report from Motaz here, who is out of Gaza. He says, 2024, one of the deadliest years for journalism, as more than 200 journalists have been killed in Gaza since October 7th by the Israeli occupation forces. And of course, there's some images here of Motaz documenting this very thing as he was in Gaza.